All right, we have Coach Sanchez. We'll start questions in front with Jeff, and then we'll go Preston.
Ron, you guys had to come from behind several times in the second half. What did you like about the way they handled that adversity in those situations?
I think they decided to come together down the stretch. I think we executed certain things well. We screened well. I think Isaac was a little more aggressive hunting shots in crucial times. I think Tane Murray hit a big time three in the corner there. But as a whole, I think that at the 3-minute mark, we could have just kind of packed it in, and they decided to stick together and battle, and came out with the win.
Preston.
The last couple games, Isaac's been below that 10 field goal attempts that you want him to be at. He's only had 12 points in the last 2 games. Did you see something a little bit more active from him today, and how have you seen teams defending him?
Well, when you are the leading scorer on a team, obviously you get the best defender on the opposing team, and when you're as good of a 3-point shooter as Isaac is, teams have decided to beat them a different way. Our challenge to Isaac is to be a guy that can put the ball on the floor and get to the free throw line and do things that are a little different that he hasn't maybe done in the past, but still want him to hunt, his 3-point shots. I think that Jacob did a fantastic job today of screening after a post feed and got him a wide open 3. So it's not only Isaac, but it's the team. We have to understand who Isaac is, and then we have to work together to make sure that we get him room and rhythm shots whenever possible.
Jeff, then Marcus.
Elijah has strung together several strong games now. What your thoughts on his performance today, and is this just a matter of him getting more comfortable with the system here and being part of this team?
Yes, Elijah's shown, the ability to kind of be a 3-level scorer. I think today you saw him, play in front of the rim, hit a pull-up. We've seen him shoot the 3 ball. He also can, he can make free throws. It's a luxury when one of your power forwards is the guy that you can get the ball to at the end of the game and have him try to seal a game for you. I think he did a fantastic job down the stretch. So, for him, it's just continuing to develop that confidence and to want to play that role. And, for us as a staff, it's to continue to make sure that we put him in spots to be successful.
Okay, Marcus.
Hey, Coach. Matt Rogers was 4 for 13, and that's their main cog. We double-teamed him about 3 times, but mostly you singled him up. Just how effective was that against him? Because he was trying to finish over contest the entire afternoon.
Yes, I think our defense was actually solid again today. It's the one area that I'm more encouraged by than anything else. I think they hit a couple of shots down the stretch, but I think overall, I think we defended the 3-point line decently. I know they missed a couple, but I think we're starting to really understand what we need to do, in the pack and getting to shooters and taking away driving lines, etc. So that area is working. He's a good player. He's the Patriot League preseason player of the year for a reason. Obviously he can shoot the 3. He's got great hands and good feel, good passer. So we knew that he was going to have to be, double teamed at times.
And you sort of already touched on it. They were 7 for 19 from 2. I know they hit a bunch of 3s, but as a coach, how do you evaluate your defensive effort where, frankly, you were very efficient defensively, but they just made shots?
Yeah, for us, are we contesting every shot? And I think today we contested a decent amount. We gave up we had a couple of miscommunications, and that's just more youth and inexperience than anything else. We're throwing Jacob and Ish at times out there to do a job against a pretty experienced team, and the ball is moving, and they have to be in 2 places at once, and they'll just get better and better as we go. But we do have to continue to have tremendous effort. We're not going to play, with like our hair is on fire defensively. It's just not going to work. We can't coach effort. We can only coach execution as we go. Who's winning? Not sure. Just
All right, I think we got time for 2 more, Jeff, and then Preston.
You guys get a little bit of a break, and then it's nothing but ACC games the rest of the way. How do you feel about where the team is as you get back into it?
I think we're trending in the right direction. I go back to our defense, and also us trying to figure out some things. We wanted to try to play a little differently and do some things that were different. a couple of guys are really comfortable in some areas, and those guys are guys that are main contributors to this team right now. So we kind of have to meet them halfway, you know, trying to do some things different, but also giving them a taste of the old that has a lot of comfort for them. And you know, Isaac in particular is one of those guys. We have to make sure that we use him appropriately, and he can't just stand in a corner. He needs bumps and screens to get open, and we have to continue to do that, you know, for him. The one thing about today is we had, you know, 17 assists on 23 made baskets. You know, and that's how we want to play. You know, the ball has to move. The ball has been sticking a little too much for us. So, you know, we get to that point where the ball is really moving. You know, we got to put guys on the floor that can do that, and then we got to coach the guys that aren't doing that to do it better.
Okay, one last one, Preston.
Obviously, you got the holidays, but how do you use the next little bit of time before y'all get back out on the court against NC State?
Yeah. Well, I got to tell you, man, I haven't really thought much beyond today. You know, we wanted to get to Christmas break. We wanted to get this game. We knew how that team could really shoot the ball, and it was going to be a challenge. We knew we had Memphis a couple of days ago. So now, you know, coaches will have a couple of assignments to attack during the break. When we get back, we'll have a little mini camp. We'll try to clean up some things that we learned from the non-conference and really hone in and narrow things down, you know, tighten some bolts and, you know, make sure that we're as sharp as we can be, and, you know, knowing that some of our young guys just need a little more time.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Ron.